Lee's Love Language. We back at it again. Hey, let me ask you all. Do you all feel like sometimes you stuck in life? I know I had that feeling, a lot of times in the past. But I have learned the reason why you feel that you stuck in life is because, it's a lot more out there in life. You want more. You have a desire to have more in life. That's why you feel like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But to get unstuck in life, you got to understand that you have belief systems. Everybody have belief systems. Now, whether if your belief system is correct or not, then that's something to be determined. But we all have some type of belief system. Now, what is your belief system? Are you thinking right? Because let's understand, if you believe something, that means you think a certain type of way. And when you think a certain type of way, that means you feel a certain type of way. Then when you feel a certain type of way, that's when you start to take actions. You see what I'm going with this? See, it's a process. See, what a man thinketh, so is he. That's what the Bible explains. So whatever you always thinking about, whatever you always pondering about, whatever you always meditating about, that's who you are. And that's how your reality is created in life. So if you're feeling stuck, start thinking different. But when you got to think different, you got to believe different. So believe that God is a good God. Believe that God has your back. Believe that God is not out to get you. Believe that, God has good plans for your life. See, that's a belief. You got to believe that he's a God that has good plans for your life. When you start truly believing that in your heart, and it's a connection, that's when you start thinking these things over and over again. The Bible tells us, he says, continue to think on these things and set your thoughts on them. Things that's pure, things that's lovely, things that's just. It's the reason why he's telling us to keep our mind stayed on these things. It's because you start creating reality. And then when you start thinking these things, guess what you start doing? You start feeling these things. Then you start talking about these things. Then when you start talking about these things, guess what comes after that? It's called action. See, all these things takes place. It's a process. So when the actions takes place, that's when you start doing things different. You start moving differently in life. So let's get this right. First thing you're going to do is you're going to have a different belief system. When you have a different belief system, then you're going to have a new thought process. You have a new thought process. You start saying things differently. Then after that, your actions become different. So what are your belief systems? Ask yourself that. Be real with yourself. That's one.